One particularly powerful phytonutrient is found in the small sprouts of broccoli. So broccoli sprouts have a phytonutrient called sulforaphane in it that actually increases the cell's ability to detoxify. And they've done research studies specifically on children on the spectrum, giving them broccoli sprout extract with this sulforaphane in it, and see dramatic improvements in behavior and well-being in these kids. The interesting thing is that sulforaphane is also strongly anti-cancer. It causes the cells to function better and to just try to detoxify and tighten up ship, I guess, so to speak, so the cells function better. And so that's another example of a phytonutrient that is powerful in helping these kids. So broccoli sprouts don't necessarily taste the best on their own. It's not something that most people would just, eat by the handful, but there's ways to add, tasty sauces to it. So it's sort of like the salad effect, where you put salad dressing on a salad and it suddenly becomes great. You can do the same thing with broccoli sprouts. And it's something that's definitely worth a try, because a lot of people do report some benefit from it. And another thing you can do with broccoli sprouts is put them into smoothies and find a way to hide the flavor of them in a fruit smoothie. So supplements can be very helpful for kids on the spectrum to really get specific nutrients into their body and their brain that are going to help them to feel better and function better. Like I mentioned before, there's a lot of stresses that are occurring in the brain of an autistic child, and this leads to depletion of certain minerals and certain nutrients. And also, sometimes it's hard for them to eat healthy food. And so that also, limited amounts of healthy food also leads to depletion of key nutrients. And so it can kind of lead to a vicious cycle where the diminished nutrients cause them to be more picky. When they're more picky, they're not eating as well, and they're not eating as well, they're getting diminished nutrients and things like that. So, scientific studies, and in my practice, we see big improvements with certain supplements that I recommend to patients, and it's usually based on their individual manifestations, but at the same time there's also certain supplements that just seem to really help a large swath of people on the spectrum. And some examples of those are omega-3 fatty acids, so good quality like fish oils are a good supplement to give. Zinc is often diminished, and there's tests for that. I test people in my practice for their zinc levels. That's one that's important for calming effects. If someone doesn't have enough zinc, they'll feel more anxious. And so zinc is helpful. Another one is magnesium. That is actually shown in studies to help, especially when magnesium and B6 are combined. So that combination of four is really powerful. And that's, obviously mostly just vitamins and minerals, but other things that can help with children on the spectrum are probiotics. There's a lot of different brands out there, and what works for one may not work for another. There may be optimal ones for certain people. But probiotics are an attempt to have the gut function better through adding bacteria that are supposed to be in the gut already. So probiotics can help. Probiotics work better when also the diet is improved, though. So eating more vegetables and fiber improves the probiotic or the gut flora status in the gut, and that helps with anxiety and other manifestations of autism. And so that's just the tip of the iceberg with supplementation. There's also other things that I regularly will recommend to people, but it's more based on an individual basis.